Camelot 331 here, and I can honestly say, I'm just about done. This is going to be really disturbing, guys. I'm going to go ahead and apologize right out of the gate. This is going to be disturbing as hell, and I hope you're ready for it, because I am not ready for it at all. Sometimes it's really hard to sleep. Sometimes it's really hard to sleep. It messes with my head a lot, and I know a lot of you feel the exact same way. And it's because of this garbage-ass life with these garbage-ass stories that you guys send to me. And I can't even get through some of these, man. I don't even think I'm going to make it. We're probably going to have to end the video right away. Right a damn way. We're just going to start. Before we get into it, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, doodle. Make sure you subscribe. That's important. And make sure you wait till the last message, guys. Oh my gosh, dude. I don't even want to start. It took me like 3 hours to hit record. Oh my god. First message. I used to work the graveyard shift in an adult superstore. Oh! It's already started. It's already begun. One day, early in my shift, I was wrapping videos and putting them out on the sales floor. As I was putting the videos on the floor, I started to smell poop. Here we go. We're not even a minute in, dude. Really strong poop. I was thinking that someone must have ripped a very heinous and lingering fart and continued wrapping and stalking videos. Then this guy walked up to the register with a video, so I ran up front to ring him up. I grabbed the video, scanned it, bagged it, and told him the total and grabbed the 20 on the counter. As I was making change for this guy, I realized that the bad smell had become overwhelmingly strong. Oh God. Then as he held his hands out for his change, I could see that they had poop on them. Ooh, Lord. This man had dried, caked poop all over his hands. But why, though? Oh, my gosh. See, this is just pissing me off. These aren't even funny anymore. It's just pissing me off because I have to visualize it. And I don't like visualizing cake-ass poop. I want a chocolate cake. I can't eat a chocolate cake for 2 weeks now because there's poop on his hands. Do you see what I mean? I thought to myself, realizing this guy was messed up in some capacity. I decided I'd drop the change into his hand and he'd be on his way. But as I went to drop it, he moved his hand up to grab the change and freaking touched my hand. Oh my God, you got the damn cake poo on you. He quickly exited as I stood there in disbelief. Then I busted out the disinfectant and started cleaning the poop out of my hands. I took all the money out of the drawer and disinfected that and the whole counter register area. Then I had a disturbing thought. Where did this guy get his poo play on at? Where was it at? I ran to the bathroom and there was poop everywhere. Shocking. Shocking. The poop had to come from somewhere. I mean, it initially came from his ass, but it was on the walls, the sink, the toilet, everywhere except the toilet paper. Well, perfect. Toilet paper isn't even meant for that, apparently. The smell was horrendous. I called the manager and she came in, went into the bathroom, and immediately vomited. Then she relieved me so I could clean the bathroom. That's nice. That's nice. It was the worst night ever. Shocking. Shocking. This is the first message. This is the first message, by the way. The first message. And we got the damn cake poo. The chocolate-ass cake poo. I'm just imagining dried-ass mud, dude. But on my fingers. And then it's poop. Which is way worse than dried-ass mud. Which is slightly worse than chocolate cake. Because now I can't eat chocolate cake. I can't even look at it anymore. I can't even look at it. Because all I see is the guy's face and his hand. And the toilet, baby. Oh, my God. Next message. Today was the last day of my job working in the tech department of a Best Buy. And I think I just met one of the craziest people on the planet. I doubt it. I doubt it. This woman came in with a broken GPS and started spouting about how she'd had nothing but bad service from another Best Buy. So if I didn't do what she wanted, she'd never shop with us again. Why does that matter? I said, okay, well, sorry to hear that. Please do it. And told her that we needed to send it off to get it repaired. She then freaked the heck out, saying that she needed the GPS for her new job because she was going up north and didn't know her way around without a GPS. This is a kid problem. You should learn how to go places without a GPS. It's going to save your life one day. I'd never used the GPS my entire life. And I still don't 90% of the time. Unless it's like some crazy ass stuff. Okay? And I know road signs. I can see them. One of them says 35. I know where that goes. Easy. Easy. 0 deaths. We expressed our sympathies and explained that, unfortunately, it's procedure to get it sent off since we can't just swap it. And sometimes it can take up to 10 days. Things got real and she began yelling and abusing us. Oh my God. Saying that she was going to be in a part of the country she didn't know, and without a GPS, it would be dangerous. Then again, you should learn to not use one. This is what I was talking about. You don't want to get stabbed in the face with dry poo hand guy and maybe fingered. I don't know what he does, but don't use GPS. You don't have to worry about it. You'll have no poo on you. She then went on to say that as a woman, she was scared to death that without a GPS, she would end up on the wrong side of town and get in trouble with thugs. Okay, insinuating that she would be violated by the finger poo guy. She then elaborated, saying that by not giving her a new GPS, we were sentencing her to death. Damn, Best Buy got all the death. They're the judge, jury, and executioner over here at Best Buy. Things carried on that way for a while, with her going around in circles and how we would rather have her dead than lose a few $100s. I don't disagree. It finally ended with my manager printing her out some Google Maps directions for her trip and us sending off the request for a GPS. Now, can she read? Because if she can't read, she gonna get poo-handed. You gonna get poo-handed as hell if you can't read. Guys, learn to drive without GPS. It'll save your life someday. Like hand boning. Next message. When I was 17, I worked as a technician in the back of a Publix pharmacy. Everyone needs their medication, and I recognized that. So I'd never keep someone from what they needed to be healthy. The pharmacist was the same way. I saw him stay hours late, phone doctors at home, and take risks to make sure people got their meds they needed. He was genuinely a great guy. My next door neighbor at the time was one of those people with the out-of-control lawn and cars that never moved. I have an out-of-control lawn. What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say, pharmacist lady? Trying to say I'm a crazy? Because you right. She was the type of person you never saw during daylight. Well, one Friday evening, as the pharmacist was closing up shop, I needed to stay until the store closed, handing out pre-filled scripts to anyone else. My reclusive next-door neighbor came in. She didn't recognize me, and I barely recognized her, but didn't bring it up. She wanted her meds, tossed her prescription card on the counter, and shuffled off. I looked in the bins for a few minutes, but there was nothing under her name. In the record system, I could see that she had a history of a few meds, but the scripts were getting smaller and smaller in the unit count as the months went by. I asked the pharmacist, who'd already shut off the lights and was prepared to walk out the door. When he saw her name, his eyes got bugged out and he decided to leave through the back. Oh my God, he knows something. Saying, she's got no script here and we've spoken to her about it repeatedly. Send her home or have her call the doctor tomorrow. As he hightailed it out the door, then she comes back with a hand cart full of junk food and dumped it on the counter, so I started ringing it up. Not really knowing how to handle the fact that her transaction was missing the part she came for. I can see this is going to end very poorly. After I got done with the junk food, I asked, will that be all? And she said that she had questions for the pharmacist. I explained that he already was out for the evening, but who will I ask about the medication, she asked. Oh well, about that. We don't have a script filled for you, ma'am. I guess your doctor didn't call one in. Then things got really bad. Here we go. You guys ready for this? She was a large woman and had a tendency to projectile spittle while she spoke. Same. She began screaming and yelling. Keep in mind, there was me, the manager of the store, and 2 other customers in this place at 8:15 p.m. on a Friday. The manager, Alan, came back and asked what the problem was. So I explained that this woman was losing it because we didn't have her script. He assumed it was human error, but I pulled him back behind the little wall where the pharmacy is and explained that there is no script. She's crazy as hell, and she's only going to get worse. He told me I was being silly and waltzed out to put the schmooze on her. The schmooze, saying, oh ma'am, I'm sure there's a way we can fix you right up. Don't you worry. Right in the middle of his sentence, this 250-pound, pill-deprived crazy woman slaps him in the damn face. Ha 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 ha. You tried to put the smooze on her, and then you got smoothed in the face. Did she have the poo on her hands? I don't think so. But she slapped him in the face, which is great because I don't like this guy. I don't like Alan. He tried to put the smooze. You can't just put the schmooze on people, all right? It's illegal. I'm pretty sure it's illegal. Alan was about 5'4" and 150 pounds, so that slap knocked him right over. Mike Tyson, baby. It was quite possibly one of the funniest things I've ever seen, but I was also grabbing the phone and hitting the emergency button. Alan then recovered and came back behind the partition where I was, yelling at her while she continued to scream and rant about how it's a conspiracy. Heads would roll, and she'd have us fired after slapping the dude. You gonna slap somebody and then fire their ass? I don't think so. As we were cowering behind the partition, I can just visualize this as hilarious. She realized that she probably overplayed her hand a tad and clambered up onto the checkout counter to peer over the partition and scream at us. More. I assumed we were fairly safe, but you can't count crazy out. She then proceeds to hurl glass Carmex jars at us, 3 or 4 at a time. Wow, this is like a boss battle in like an NES game. Again, Alan took one for the team when one shattered on his forehead. Alan is having a bad day right now, cutting him open enough to get blood everywhere. Eventually, the cops show up and took her away. The small town cops instantly knew who she was and what was going on. Apparently, I've been living next door to the town loon the entire time, and she had a history. I opened the store the next morning and began cleaning up the war zone. That was the checkout area. The pharmacist who bolted on me came in, saw the dry blood and damage, and got the mop out to help me clean everything up. I told him what happened, and he said, sorry to run off, but that's what I figured was going to happen. Well, he's the smart one, I think. So what did we learn? Do not deprive the 250-pound lady of her pills, because she'll slap you in the damn face. Not with the poo, which is a bonus, but slapped in the face. Which I'm totally into, to be honest. But, not by her. Next message. My third day working at Staples was the first and only day I'd ever worked as a cashier. One of the regional vice presidents of the South Trust Bank came in to buy a $7 item and wanted to pay with his personal check. This was in 2003. So by then, every bank, including his, had debit cards. We had a very slow checkout verification system for personal checks, which often involved us calling to the processor to verify the person's identity. As I was on the phone, this guy started getting huffy about how long it was taking and began yelling at me and trying to embarrass me for insulting his status. We got special bank guy. Special bank guy's badass. If I had special bank guy in front of me being like, don't insult my status, I'm going to insult his face with my fist. That's for damn sure. I ain't got no patience for people that think they're godly. You ain't godly. You were born the same way and you going to die the same way. Maybe. I don't know. You might not be the same way. Exactly. But still, you should be ashamed. My manager then threw the guy out of the store saying that 1, nobody talks to the employees that way, and 2, the vice president of a bank should give a heck about identity protection. He doesn't even care. Dude, there's nothing I hate more than elitist assholes that think they're better than people because of maybe their job, maybe their income, or something to that nature. We are all the damn same. All right? If I saw Jeff Bezos, and he's like, I'm a billionaire, look at my Ferrari, I'd be like, that's a cool Ferrari, but I don't give a damn. I don't want to talk to you anymore. All right? Because I don't care. He's bald anyway, which sucks. Nothing against bald people. I'm just kidding. I love bald people. I like to touch their heads with my gooch. Next message. I worked at Walmart for 2 years in a small town where crazy stuff didn't really happen. Let me guess. Something crazy about to happen, baby. But once in a while, something slightly odd would go down. During my second day of work, I had some smelly idiot training me on the register when up walked a guy with a 20-cent jug of water and his wife and daughter in tow. The family seemed pretty happy-go-lucky. Until we scanned the jug. The jug is going to change your life today. I say your total is 80 cents. I said quite kindly. Suddenly, with this huge sense of self-righteous smugness, the whole family yelled, but it said it was 60 cents over there on the rack. Oh my God, shocking. At that point, my dumb trainer interjected with the wrong information. I'm sorry, only customer service can fix pricing problems. You're going to have to take it over there. I, being a timid 16-year-old kid, stood there and calmly nodded along with my trainer. Please don't hurt me. Even though she was wrong and we could have fixed it with a push of 2 buttons. Upon the last word of my trainer's sentence, the dad snapped. Oh my God. He started running around and was cussing at us as the timid smile on my face slowly molded into a "what the heck is wrong with you" expression, which is an expression I often give. I tell you that for damn sure. If you work in retail, that expression's on your face 99% of the time. 99% of the time. Despite my obvious confusion, this piece of work got right up in my face and yelled, "You better watch it, kid, or you'll get the snot beat out of you." Yeah, because beating the hell out of a 16-year-old is definitely not illegal at all, Mr. Dad guy. Why you gotta beat up little kids? They're too easy to beat up. Beat up somebody a little bit more challenging. Like the 18-year-old. Easy. It's fine. I swear to God he said that. I'm in no way a violent person, but I've never been so close to breaking somebody's nose than I was that day. My confusion turned into fury and rage as the veins on my knuckles began to pop out as I grasped the bag rack so hard it almost ripped off. The 16-year-old's got the strength, baby. I could not believe what an enormous prick this guy was, forever thinking to cuss out a 16-year-old Walmart employee in a town of about 5,000 people over 20 cents. I've seen worse, to be honest. Plus, why the heck didn't his family intervene? Finally, he stormed away, paying the whopping 80 cents total. It's because it's America's great American pastime. To beat up little kids. It should be legal. Little kids suck. Real bad. I don't like little kids as much as the next guy, right? But I ain't gonna punch them in the face. Because their face looks all not developed yet and kind of soft. So if you punch it, you're afraid it's gonna disintegrate. You know what I'm saying? We've had these thoughts, all right? You see a kid running and screaming through your store, and you're like, man, I'd really like to punch that little kid in the face. But he would die probably. So I don't want to go to jail for the rest of my life. That's the only reason. If it wasn't legal, might give her a go. Next message. A while back, I was working at Walmart as a customer service manager, which was a questionable decision. I was about to say that, but you said it for me, so it's fine. I don't need any commentary, I guess. One day I got paged to head over to the customer service desk ASAP. So I put my paperwork down and headed that way. The cashier came aside and told me that a man wanted to return a bike chain with no receipt. A bike chain, no box. And it was clearly super used. Like my soul. I told him we were unable to return anything without a receipt, plus we had to have the original packaging. He started yelling. I'm so damn shocked. This is the same junk I've heard at the other stores I've been to today. Well, it's probably because it's the right thing that you're hearing, you diggity dumbass. I told him that I was sorry, but we couldn't help him. Then he disappeared for a bit and came back with a brand new chain, still in the box. Okay. Does he have his receipt, though? He said he wanted to return that chain, so I asked him for his receipt, and he said he didn't have one. I am so shocked right now. I asked him for his license to do a receiptless return and go through that process. As soon as I entered his information, I got an error saying that he was over his limit for returns without a receipt. Wow. I am shocked as hell. When I informed him, he starts flipping out and screaming at me and the cashier. I told him that 3 is the limit, but he was already given 4 by another store's manager. He pulled out the old chain, threw it on the counter, and said, I don't want this junk, just give me money for it. Which doesn't work when you say that. But okay, I'm just going to go ahead and point this out. If you're mean to retail employees, they're less likely to do what you want. I'm just going to go ahead and throw that out there. I told him that it was time for him to go, and he asked to speak with the manager. I looked up from the monitor and kindly informed him that I was the manager. Ha ha ha. 'Cause F him. That's why. He became even more ticked off and decided it was a good idea to hurl the chain at me, grazing the side of my face. Shocking. Then I told him that I'd call the cops and he could either stay or go. He bolted out the door as half the employees were standing around in disbelief, saying, holy cow, what the hell's going on? The next day, my supervisors told me that I could have handled it better, and as a result, my hours were cut. Shocking. I've since quit and might continue working in retail, but definitely not Walmart. Okay, look at this. Let's think about this for a minute. A dude hurls a chain at you. It hits you on the damn face. He's screaming, but you could have handled it better. How? By letting it hit me directly in the face? By letting him slap me with poo hands? What the hell am I supposed to do in this situation to make this less bad? What am I supposed to do? I guess I'll just get my hours cut. Man, I you know that movie Click? Like where Adam Sandler can like rewind stuff and freeze stuff? Man, if I had that superpower, I'd go get a job right now at Target. First rude person, pause, rip their damn face off. So it's just the skull. It's just the skull. That's all that's left. They're like a Red Skull. And then unpause and watch them just scream in agony. Because I'm psycho. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't do it in real life. But if I had click powers, I'd rip a face off or two. Just putting that out there. So that's all I have. A long ass video today to show you how much I care and how much I'm ready for death. So I hope you're ready to not see my content anymore. That's a pro, because I'm gonna be so dead. Because I can't do this no more. So make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Send me your messages and I'll put them in a video. That's where these came from. Make sure you follow me to my streams Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And also don't forget to get on it. Doggone it. Bye. Yeah. This speaks to me on a personal level. If you get what I'm saying, I'm really upset right now.